So the first stage of a real dollar collapse, I think, is going to happen when the BRICS countries, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China and parts of South Africa, refuse to take any more US treasuries. And they're going to do this not as an act of war, they're going to do it by arrangement. And the reason for this is that they know the timing is critical, and you will see them doing exactly, strangely enough, what they are doing now, which is divesting themselves of as much US Treasury funds as possible. And they're doing this mostly by buying assets in the United States, and we're talking hard assets like property. There was recently an article about the property market in New York saying that there's so many Russian and Chinese buyers and the prices are soaring so high that even New York millionaires can't afford property in New York. So that's the first thing that will happen. And of course the poor old American public won't know anything about it. What will happen is that one Friday evening, the President of the United States, whether it's Barack Obama, as is looking increasingly likely, or some other person, will give a talk to the American people, and they will try to calm things down, and he will say, look, we're heading for some problems, and the BRICS nations are now no longer taking US Treasury. And he will mention in somewhere in that speech the word devaluation. Now there'll be an awful lot that he won't say because he doesn't want to panic people. Remember, he knows how bad this is going to be. You don't. On the Saturday, you're going to go to your bank, and whilst you may not see a hacked message like this one, your bank will not be giving you any money. You won't be able to take it out from the cash machines, and you won't be able to take it out in any other way, shape or form. The only thing that you're going to be able to do is spend money on your card. And you will find that the amount that you can spend on your card will be severely limited. Without telling you, the banks will actually impose a limit, could be $200 or $300 a day, on what you can spend from your account. And there's a very good reason for this, and this is because they know that the dollar is about to be revalued. So the money in your account could be worth nothing by Monday. Let's say, for example, you look at the exchange rate versus the euro. It may well be that by Monday you've gone from an exchange rate of $1.2 to the euro to $20 to the euro or higher. This is what devaluation means. And you've got rid of the shock of not being able to withdraw cash from your bank, and you thought, well, it's not that bad because I was still able to do the shopping and put things on my card. I was still able to put gas in the car. And then on Sunday, you have on every single channel, you've got the talking heads talking about how bad things are and how they're going to get possibly a lot worse. But they're being upbeat, they're being optimistic, and you think, well, maybe it's not going to be so bad. Not so bad at all. And then you decide, if you've got any sense, to look elsewhere. And you start finding reports on all the alternative media channels about how bad things are actually going to get. And these people are predicting that on Monday the President will be coming on again, and that he might announce that the dollar is going really low. and he might announce that there's actually a freeze on bank accounts. And at this point you're starting to wonder just what the heck is going on. Sure enough, on Monday, Obama comes on and he explains that his economic advisors have told him that it will be necessary to protect the banks, because remember, these banks are now too big to fail. They're even bigger than they were in 2008, for the banks to hold on to some of your money. And he said, don't worry, it's only going to be 20%, and they're going to convert your money into bank shares. And oh, by the way, this spending limit of $200 or $300 a day is going to continue, and he's declaring a federal emergency, and for as long as this emergency lasts, then these changes to the banking system are going to be put in place. And then he announces that the Fed is going to start buying US securities at an increased amount. What the increased amount is, he doesn't specify. Within hours of his speech, riots start across America. It doesn't matter which large city you're in or large town, there are masked people on the streets, there are police with weapons, and there is civil unrest. Buildings are getting burnt, shops are being looted, cars are being set alight, people are dying out there, and the situation is getting grimmer by the hour. And the situation continues to deteriorate into the day. Normally, during the day, rioting will stop because everyone can see who it is. But here, everybody is rioting. Almost the whole population who earn less than maybe $50,000 a year, which, let's face it, is most of the population, are out on the streets. And order is breaking down. There are just too many people for the police to control, too many people for even the army to control. And America's days as a democracy are probably numbered. A desperate government tries its last tactic. It announces the creation of a new currency, the Amero. The Amero will be worth 120 of the old US dollars per Amero, and people's bank accounts will automatically be swapped from the one currency to the other over a period of 3 days. And during those 3 days there will be no bank activity whatsoever. No buying, no selling. All trading on the stock exchange is suspended. All trading in gold and silver futures is suspended. Nobody knows what the price of anything is. Many businesses, especially small and medium-sized businesses, are practically instantaneously bankrupt. This is an unbelievable economic catastrophe, and the American people who've been fed lies for so many years and who have believed their politicians simply won't stand for it.
Harmonic, ionic, bionic, atomic. It will astonish you. It's magical and casual, actual but classical, practical and factual. Arduinotronic, harmonic, ionic, bionic, atomic. It will astonish actual but classical, practical and